Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to bed the forestock to the back of the receiver here because it turns from side to side, meaning that this pad in the back is not wide enough towards the top, or towards the bottom, I guess if you're looking at it this way. Towards the bottom it needs to be a little bit wider. So I'm going to use this Miles Gilbert bedrock resin and hardener. I have some of this dye, resin dye from Brownells. I have brown and black, just so that whatever resin is going to be visible, which there shouldn't be a whole lot of, but whatever is visible, I want it to be black, so it's at the very end of the forestock, so when I finish it, it's not going to look horrible, or you're not going to be able to see some light colored epoxy or resin on the end. I've been thinking about using this release agent versus using some wax, and I think wax may actually be better in this situation, so I may simply use wax and actually push it into the little crevices here in the back of the receiver. Alright, so I have some of this Renaissance microcrystalline wax polish, and I'm going to use that most likely. So I'm just going to take it and start applying onto the metal in kind of a liberal fashion, because I'm going to spread it around everywhere. And there are some crevices, like I said, between the barrel and the receiver that I want to fill as well. So that's why I thought the wax may actually be a better agent for this. The only thing it does is protects the metal anyway, so it's not like I can hurt anything by applying wax to this metal. Kind of like that. I'm going to push it in everywhere we can. Try and make sure that we really do get it everywhere. Now I'm going to use a patch and just kind of smear things around and almost polish metal with wax on it. This will make sure that I don't have any wax just sitting in spots, that everything gets covered evenly. Kind of dip the patch into wax and again liberally coat everything. Once again, wax doesn't hurt anything on the metal side. It's just protecting it better. Here's our resin. We don't need a lot, so I'm just going to probably take this much. It's probably too much. And then I'm going to take about the same amount of hardener, about this much. Now we can close both containers, the hardener and the resin. Now I'm going to basically mix this body together. And now we're going to add our dye. So just cut off a little tab. I'm going to add dye. Maybe not all of it. hopefully it'll seal itself and I can reuse the rest of this dye. But now that the dye is added, we continue mixing. We're going to apply it everywhere to the back here. Because I wanted to seal the end grain. So we'll do that. The rest of it is going to squeeze out. And then also I'm going to apply a lot more on the side where I think I'm going to need the most fill, which is this side. So that's where I'm going to add most of it, is to that side. Again, it'll squeeze out, so I think we'll be perfectly fine. And I'll add, just for good measure, I'll add on this side as well, even though I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay here. There isn't a whole lot I need to do on this side. So now what I'm going to do is position my forestock, and then I know that I need to tilt it this way when I place it into the receiver. So that's the way I'm going to tilt it, and then push all the way back while still tilting to that side. There you can see a bit of it squeezing out, or got squeezed out. That's expected, and everything is still okay. And right now I'm just checking for gaps, and I don't see any gaps, so I think we're good. Okay, it's been about I don't know, a few hours, maybe 3-4. I actually let the rifle kind of sit in the sun a little bit, along with the mixing stick and whatever was left in the cup. And basically, when I lifted the stick, the whole thing came out, which is a good sign. That means that the resin started to solidify. And basically, I know that it's not enough yet. It hasn't been enough time because it's still flexible. What I want to wait for is for this resin to become a little more difficult to bend, and then I'll probably remove the forestock from the action. And the reason why I'm not waiting the entire 24 hours is because I want to start cleaning up basically and checking what I got, what kind of a bedding job I got. So I've just removed the forestock from the receiver, and now I'm going to remove all of the excess material, all of the excess resin. If you remember, I tried to fit this forestock pretty precisely to the receiver, so I don't need all this material to remain here. What I want to get down to is as close to bare wood as possible. Here we go. Here's how this bedding job now looks. So here's how tight it is now. I have to position it and it snaps in. I hope you heard that. I'll do it again. And hopefully you can see that there are no gaps. I know the shadows are not helping right now, but there are no gaps between the receiver and the forestock, except here towards the magazine, because the magazine actually sits a little bit more in. So there you go.